This is Bengals Nation with Coach Marvin Lewis, presented by TriHealth.
All right, welcome to Bengals Nation. Jen Dalton here at the Holy Grail. Bob Herzog is off this week, so I'm flying solo. Don't worry, he will be back next week. It wasn't a win. It wasn't a loss. It was a tie, a strange occurrence. What is not a strange occurrence, though, is to have a blast here at the Holy Grail for Bengals Nation and watching the show. We've got a great show in store for you tonight. Our special guest is going to be rookie wide receiver James Wright. He will be at the Eichler Golf Cars autograph table. We also have a fantastic band for you tonight. They're called the Silver Pockets Trio, and they are going to be up on the CINCINNATI College stage. Plus, the Bud Light Ball Toss is back. Boy, you are not going to want to miss it this week, and you cannot miss Marvin's Must, brought to you by Northgate Mall. Time now, though, to send it over to Brad and the coach. And Brad, from what I understand, a tie is also called kissing your sister. Could there be a stranger term in sports?
Thank you, Jen. Yeah, kissing your sister is a phrase often used and one Marvin Lewis is really tired of hearing this week. So we'll get past that, but we'll have to talk about the Panthers and the tie. We'll look forward to the Colts as they get ready for that big game. We'll do it all in the next half hour. For now, we'll send it back to the Holy Grail and Mike.
All right, thanks a lot, Brad. Our guest tonight at the Eichler Golf Car autograph table, the rookie wide receiver out of LSU, James Wright. James introduced himself to Bengals fans last Sunday with a tremendous catch and a big spot on that final possession of overtime. He will need to be making more of those as the Bengals injuries are piling up at the wide receiver position. We'll talk with him about that coming up later in the show. First, let's send it back to you and Coach Lewis at the stadium.
Mike, thanks very much. Coach, Ty's been in for a while. Competition committee meets every year. Do you anticipate bringing it up, whether or not this should stay the way it is, whether you like it the way it is, whether people should talk about the way these games should end in regular season?
Oh, I agree it should stay where it is. That's enough football for these guys. There's not enough bodies out there to keep playing football, and the longer you extend them, the more tired, the exhaustion kicks in, and that's where guys get injured. So you expose more guys to injury, and it's 75 minutes is enough football.
So you're convinced this is the best way to end it?
Yeah, I think for the regular season, that's the best way to end it.
Okay. We'll get into much more about Carolina in just a bit, but first let's hear what the players have to say about facing the Colts.
Last 2 weeks we haven't played as good as we can play, so we're ready to get back to playing good like we started off. So I'm quite sure with all the guys we have in here are ready to go, and we're probably the underdogs in this one, so it'll be a good test for us.
TriHealth wants to remind women to take the first crucial step in the fight against breast cancer. Schedule your annual mammogram. And we're all in this together. So men, make sure that you remind the women in your life to schedule their annual mammogram today if they haven't already.
Coach, personnel moves in the early part of the week dominate the headlines, and Marvin Jones goes on the IR. We never got to see him. And this is a disappointing one, and a lot of people will say, wow, what a huge loss. You always play with guys that are huge losses. How difficult is it to not have Marvin Jones ever take the field this year for you?
Well, it's been hard on Marvin, and we expected to have him out there, but we haven't had him at all. So we've just kind of moved on, and the other guys have taken the reps and the opportunity and just moved forward. So it's been with Sanzabacher and Brandon Tate and James Wright. So we've had these guys get a lot of playing time, and they've had all the practice reps. So it really hasn't been a huge adjustment because we have not had Marvin the entire offseason.
Okay. Vontaze Burfict garnered a bunch of headlines earlier in the week. The Panthers talked about him in the locker room. The media talked about him as well. Since his style of play will definitely dictate how he plays, your response to what you've heard or how you see Vontaze Burfict playing on the field and what he's done, and any adjustments that need to be made.
Well, he didn't play well in this game. He's got to play better for us, and he had some plays he's got to play better, and we were disappointed in that. He was disappointed in that. I knew he was going to be so excited to play, and I'm really not aware of the other things, and nor does that, we don't